Starts right now.
Outside with live cam. You hear that, Steph?
Yes,
It's a cold front knocking on the door right now, coming into San Antonio as we speak. We are seeing a few showers out there here or there. We'll talk to Justin Horn in just a moment and get the scoop.
Good morning. It is Monday, December 6th. Thanks for joining us. I know we were getting ready for the cold front. So earlier this morning, we were warning people before they left the house to take that jacket. And, you know, we're not crazy. It was in the 60s, but we're looking for that cold front.
And I'm cheating and I'm looking over Steph's shoulder at the map right now, and there's a whole bunch of blue on the map to our north here in Texas. So much more on that, but it's definitely cold front arrival today. How low will it go? We'll talk to Justin in just a bit.
And for now, let's look at today's 9 at 9.
New stricter travel rules begin today for passengers coming into the United States. Nearly all must have a negative COVID test one day before departure. Any foreign nationals who travel to the U.S. must be fully vaccinated.
A new study found that the Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine serves as an effective booster on top of full vaccination from the Pfizer vaccine. According to the study, the combination of those two vaccines increased antibody and T-cell responses.
The artist who invited the parents of the teen charged in the deadly Michigan high school shooting to his gallery says he didn't know the couple had stayed the night or that authorities were looking for them. James and Jennifer Crumbley were arrested on charges of involuntary manslaughter. The artist is not facing charges.
Former Senator and Republican presidential nominee Bob Dole passed away in his sleep early yesterday. Dole was known as a plain-spoken conservative and one of Washington's most recognizable political figures. Dole was 98 years old.
President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin will speak in a video conference tomorrow. Tensions are escalating after nearly 100,000 Russian soldiers are said to be massing on the border of Ukraine.
To protest China's record on human rights, the Biden administration will announce a diplomatic boycott of the 2022 Beijing Olympics. The move would still allow U.S. athletes to compete, but no U.S. government representatives would be in attendance.
At least 15 people are dead, 27 still missing after a volcanic eruption in Indonesia. A dam also burst, further complicating search and rescue operations.
The recent rallies in the stock market might have you thinking about making a move on your portfolio. To avoid paying some capital gains taxes, it might be wiser to rebalance your investments. Experts suggest more conservative assets like bonds.
With shorter turnaround times for ships to set sail, cruise lines are offering deep discounts for passengers. Carnival and Royal Caribbean are slashing prices by up to 40%. Discounts could continue into the new year. And that's today's 9 at 9. 70 degrees right now, but that's about to change.
I know. I'm so glad I told my little girl, take your jacket and your backpack. And she's like, what?
Did she listen?
Yes, she did.
Okay, good.
We're going to be okay.
Good, Rooney. Good mom. Outside with live cam, the clouds are here. Saw a few rain droplets on one of the TransGuide lenses, or maybe it was even on one of these lenses.
I think it was on live cam just a few minutes ago. It was brief, though, Mark. I think that there's not going to be a lot of rain with this front. That's really not the big issue. It's going to be the gusty winds and the cooler temperatures. And yes, kiddos, take your coat with you. I promise you, you'll want it this afternoon. Let's look at the big picture here as far as temperatures go. It is chilly up there in the Panhandle. 26 in Amarillo, 31 in Lubbock. So it gives you an idea of just how strong this front is. We're not going to see temperatures like that, but it will fall into the 50s, I think, this afternoon. And directly behind the front, we're already seeing those big temperature drops. Look at Kerrville, 49. They were in the 60s earlier. 45 Rock Springs, 49 in Junction, 50 in Fredericksburg. So this will be a pretty abrupt change. That front's through San Antonio by 10 a.m. Our southern counties through about 1 p.m. You'll see some gusts of 30 miles per hour. Thin line of showers, and those temperatures fall into the 50s this afternoon, as we mentioned. Looking at the live radar, there's not much here around San Antonio, minus a few sprinkles or a light shower. It does get a little bit heavier as you work down I-10 to the east, and that's where the better chance of rain will be this morning. Luling over to Gonzales and Howattsville. Expect some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder with this front. Forecast here in town. Look at the numbers in the 50s all day long. We may level out a little bit this afternoon with a little bit of sun, but cool nonetheless. Northerly winds will be gusty 15 to 25. We could see some gusts up around 30 miles per hour. And this is going to be a roller coaster type week. We've got a lot of temperatures all over the board here, and we're going to explain that coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
Justin, thank you. Real quick look at Transguide 410 at McCullough Avenue right now on the north side. Roads are drying out, but they were damp in a few spots right now. Traffic is looking pretty good at 9:03.
Top stories we're following today. A night out takes a deadly turn at a Southside bar early this morning.
Police say around 2 a.m. a fight broke out between two women at a bar on Pleasanton near Morrison, just outside Loop 410. A husband of one of the women stepped in to break up the fight. That's when the other woman called her sons to come help her.
According to police, the teens showed up and shot the other woman's husband multiple times and then took off. The husband died on the way to the hospital. So far, no arrests have been made. And right now, an honor escort for the Bexar County Sheriff's cadet who passed away last week after experiencing a medical episode during a physical training exercise.
Kevin Rowe will be escorted from the Bexar County Medical Examiner's office to Mission Park South Funeral Home on Southeast Military. Escort should be underway right about now. All his cadet classmates will salute him upon arrival at the funeral home.
In your morning headlines, the Dancing Grannies making their first public appearance since the parade tragedy, and an update on the Olympics in China. One
of the best Christmas gifts ever for a family in need, and skiing Santas. 'Tis the season. David Sears.
I know you really can't have more than one true Santa, but we got a lot going down the slopes. So
Santa needs some help anyway,
Santa,
right?
Well, you know, got to have an elf every now and then. We'll see that in a second, but first let's start with this. Bittersweet weekend for the Dancing Grannies. Those are the ladies in that dance troupe that perform in parades. They were back marching this weekend in another parade. Remember, they lost several members of their group when that driver and SUV barreled through the Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin. The Dancing Grannies lost 4 members that day, and this was their first public appearance since that tragedy. A lot of folks in Franklin came out to show their support. The ladies usually attend about 25 events a year. They were formed back in 1984. They're looking for new members and planning on getting back to dancing come this spring. The International Olympic Committee is about to get together for a 3-day executive board meeting. You can see from drone footage that the facilities look like they are just about ready to host the games starting February 4th, but there's a lot of controversy surrounding the games. First, there is concern for the Chinese tennis player Peng Shuai. She was not seen for several weeks after accusing a Chinese leader of sexual assault. She has been a 3-time Olympian and told the IOC president lately that she was safe. There have been calls for diplomatic boycotts. President Joe Biden considering a diplomatic boycott that would mean U.S. officials would not attend the opening or closing ceremonies. All right, here's your Christmas time feel-good story of the day. That is Ebony Johnson and her family. They are pretty excited because they have just received a fully furnished home. Ebony works the drive-thru at the local Dunkin' Donuts there in Cincinnati. Susan Burke is one of her loyal customers. She has pretty much done the Dunkin' Donut drive-thru for about 3 years now and thinks the world of Ebony and her service. Susan noticed Ebony was not at work for a few weeks. She found out that her and her family fell on hard times and ended up getting evicted from their home. Susan went to work getting a hold of organizations to help out the Johnson family.
When she experienced this hardship, I just wanted to see if I could help her, just improve her life and the life for her kids and make sure that they had stable housing so that she could continue to provide the excellent service that she does at Dunkin'.
Thank you so much, Miss Susan, for helping me. I'm so happy. I'm just so thankful that we back in our own. The Lord really looked out for me because I kept praying and saying, could I be at home before Christmas?
Yep. Now mom can relax a little, concentrate on that customer service, and her family can have a very Merry Christmas. And speaking of Christmas, you're on the slopes at the Sunday River Resort in Maine. It's the 21st annual Santa Sunday. Looks pretty good. 232 skiers and snowboarders in Santa suits.
So you were like breezing down the mountain and you could feel the snow going across your face. And all the Santas looked like red jelly beans.
And of course, you got to have one in every crowd. The Grinch showed up, did not take from the fun, though.
Good, good.
And they raised money for a nonprofit, about $4,000, and the nonprofit is a organization that likes to introduce young folks to recreational activities outdoors.
Well, look at the group shot.
Look at that.
That's cool. Yeah.
I think it's bigger every year.
And some young Santas.
Yeah, well.
Santas of all ages.
Santas of all ages. I got to get you started young. Work your way up.
Yes,
training.
Good stuff. So, And, oh, by the way, we'll be back with RJ for some sports.
Okay.
A little controversy we're going to talk about
Oh,
today.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
We love a good controversy when we're talking sports. Thank you, David. Right now, 9:08, about 69 degrees, still ahead on GMSA at 9.
For months, local students have been feeding and training livestock animals. Coming up, find out who is raising these animals for competition.
This SA Salute holiday greeting is brought to you by the Republic of Texas Window Company.
Hi, I'm Dana Townsend with Republic of Texas Window Company. My family and I would like to wish the veterans and first responders a very happy holiday.
For the past few months, students part of the Agri-Science Magnet program at Madison High School have been raising livestock for exhibit at upcoming shows in January, February, and March.
The raising of livestock requires students to spend 2 to 3 hours per day grooming, exercising, training, and feeding their animals.
A lot of work. Tiffany Huertas joins us live from the school's barn with more on the work students have been putting in lately. And Tiffany, what do students learn in the process?
Good morning, Mark and Stephanie. Students learn a lot of different skills. They learn responsibility, work ethic, compassion, and they're doing this every day. Just check it out. This here at the cattle barn is all day, every day. All of the training, feeding, cleaning of the stalls takes place every day of the week, including weekends and holidays. To talk more about this is teacher Janelle McMullen and student Joe Trinidad. Good morning, Janelle. Talk to us about the students and what they've been learning this year.
So these students started off in the end of February, beginning of March, got their cattle project, and they've been learning daily skills about grooming, feeding, going and working with them, making sure that they have proper exercise and communication with me as well, as far as weights and that type of stuff, and all in preparation for upcoming competitions.
Talk to us about these competitions.
So in January 7th and 8th, we're going to host our Northeast Ag Fair here at the James Madison Agri-Science Complex. And we'll have a barbecue competition, we'll have creative awards, and then ultimately we'll have the livestock show as well. And so these students will then be able to take their project and sell it for all-purpose sake, and then be able to get some money back from it, hopefully to be able to put back into their college account to be able to go on and further their education.
And that's what it's all about, taking all of these skills and taking it to their next career and their next education level.
Absolutely. And then ultimately in February, we'll have the San Antonio Livestock Show, and that's the big one. That's the one we've all been working towards. And so the students will be competing at the livestock show as well in February.
And Joe, talk to us, Joe, about what have you learned through this program, and what's your name of your cattle?
So my calf's name is Red. I bought him in February. A lot of what I learned is just basic care of these huge animals, and a lot about just being here promptly, consistency, the responsibility associated with that, a lot of work ethic. We spend a lot of time in the barn, and really just the basic care of these huge animals that we're not always super exposed to.
Would you recommend this program for other students that are interested in animals and raising them?
For sure. If you like animals, then it's definitely something that I would recommend getting into, but it takes a lot of your time too.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And Janelle, one last question. I know that you all are recruiting for students for next year.
Absolutely. So we've started that process, and we have magnet nights throughout the school year. There's one coming up actually this evening, and we are actively recruiting. Anybody that's interested in coming to our program can go to jamesmadisonffa.com, and you can find our process for application to be in part of the magnet program.
So I'm going to go back to high school and apply. This is just such a cool, and they're saying hi to everyone on GMSA at 9. I don't know if you can hear them. Yes. Good morning, Mark and Stephanie. That's that sound. Back to you guys in the studio.
We heard that. Yeah. Tell them we said hello.
Yes. I will.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Tiffany Huertas over there at the Madison Barn this morning.
Yeah.
Hard to believe, and I know you don't have sleeves on right now.
Right now.
We're right about 70 degrees here. There are literally people watching KSAT right now that are experiencing temperatures in the 40s. Already.
It's dropping. And that front just came through KSAT, by the way, so it's making its way through San Antonio rather quickly.
Here's my jacket, Steph.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, you're gonna
got
want
one in the car too.
Yeah, you'll probably be turning on the heater once you get in the car a little bit later. It's going to be that chilly, at least in the 50s. It'll be a nice change, honestly, from where we have been because it's been so warm and humid. Let's look at the numbers. 50 in Fredericksburg, 49 Junction, 45 Rock Springs, 62 in Uvalde, 57 Del Rio. So that's kind of the change there. And you notice out ahead of the front, still 70s. Now it says 71 at the airport. I think that's going to change here pretty quickly. 71 Pleasanton, 71 Beeville, 75 in Corpus. Still very warm and humid down there. And there's also still some fog out ahead of this front. Let's look at temperatures today and kind of how they'll behave. I think they'll fall off into the 50s pretty quickly and then kind of steady a little bit. Maybe upper 50s, close to 60, and then tonight they'll fall off into the 40s by tomorrow morning. So it'll really be chilly to start your Tuesday. As far as rain goes, we are seeing a broken line of showers and storms with this front. It is working south, and it's generally east of San Antonio. So anywhere from Floresville to Gonzales, Cuero, Howitzville, I'd say be on the lookout for some showers and maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder as this front moves through. It's going to happen pretty quickly, though. This is a quick moving line, so don't expect much rain out of this. But it could put down a little bit. Here in San Antonio, we've seen a couple of drops of rain, but that's about it. 71 at the airport, some rain being reported there. Northerly winds at 17 miles per hour and starting to pick up. We mentioned some of that fog. It was fairly thick earlier. It's pretty much going away here with this front. We'll say goodbye to it. As far as the wind gusts, they are beginning to pick up. Del Rio looking at a gust of 41 miles per hour, so it is really strong out west. Gusts in Rock Springs, Kerrville, New Braunfels gusting to 33, and I think we'll see some gusts up around 30, maybe 35 here in San Antonio behind the front. Here's the forecast wind gusts. We'll fast forward to noontime today, still seeing some gusts up there around 30 miles per hour or so, and this is widespread. The entire viewing area will see these gusty north winds. We were talking earlier, what does that mean for Mountain Cedar? We'll see. It's not in the pollen count yet. It's not there. This is kind of our first kind of bigger front in November, or December, I should say, and we'll see what that means for the pollen count tomorrow. Wind gusts will start to calm a little bit later tonight. There's the bigger picture, and you can see where that line of showers and storms extends all the way up into the Great Lakes, by the way. So there's going to be quite a bit more rain well off to our east. We're just on the tail end of the energy here, so that's why we're missing out on a lot of the rain. I will tell you there's a little disturbance out west that's going to try to roll through tomorrow morning. There will be no moisture or very little moisture to work with, so it may bring a couple sprinkles tomorrow morning. Should be really a non-factor, I think, but maybe some cloud cover early and then clearing out tomorrow afternoon. Today, 20% chance of a shower early, windy, 55, 50s or so in the afternoon, and then 65 tomorrow. We'll go 77 Wednesday, 83 on Thursday with some morning fog and clouds, 85 Friday. And the record on Friday, by the way, is 85. So we go from a chilly day today all the way up to near record highs on Friday before another front knocks us right back down into the 60s. And I want to watch Sunday morning pretty closely. We could be looking at 30s with clear skies here in San Antonio. We'll keep you posted there.
All right, Justin, thank you. 9:19.
And we'll be right back with a look at sports. And welcome back. It's 9:22. The UTSA Roadrunners are conference champs and are now going bowling.
It's all part of a busy sports weekend featured the Spurs getting a big win on the road. David and RJ here to break it all down. Good morning, guys.
Woo. First off, let's congratulate, before we get into any stuff, let's congratulate the UTSA Roadrunners. Great season, great win Friday, and they're going to a bowl game. So congratulations on the championship, winning the Conference USA.
Yeah, took care of business right there. Coach
Nice
Jeff
trophy.
Trailer putting up the trophy. Yeah, very nice trophy.
That's going to look good in that new facility, don't you think?
49-41 over Western Kentucky. This game was back and forth, a lot of excitement. Sincere McCormick, the Judson product, ran all over the Hilltoppers defense, and so congrats to these guys. Headed now to Frisco, right?
Yeah. Wow. Do you take a bus to that one, or can you get an airplane?
Yeah.
I don't understand that one completely. I don't know why they didn't get like a bigger bowl, kind of like the UAB, who they beat, gets a bigger bowl.
Yeah.
When you consider money and
BYU,
stuff like that. Yeah, so they're playing BYU, although UTSA should be playing BYU in that Independence Bowl. Instead to go to the Frisco Bowl.
Yeah, obviously a lot of these conferences all have bowl tie-ins already.
Yeah.
And
So that's your reasoning.
Kind of put them in a tough spot. But I still would have liked to see UTSA play BYU. That would have been a fun matchup there. They do play San Diego State, pretty good Aztecs team, but maybe it was a regional. They think maybe you get more UTSA fans. I think they were going to go anywhere.
So two quick observations. Number one, I think they're getting punished for leaving Conference USA. And number two, Conference USA has got to come up with a television deal that's worth something. YouTube wanted me to get a free free trial, but they wanted my credit card. I'm like, free, but you want my credit card? No. I'm not watching CBS SN on my computer at 6 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. Come on, Conference USA. You can do better than that. You get a better TV
Sounds
deal.
a lot like a rant.
Yeah, I was ranting Friday because I couldn't find a game. I'm like, just watch it listen to it.
But you made a good point, though, that the commissioner there did not seem very happy to be giving the trophy to Jeff Traylor. I'm sure UTSA doesn't care.
No, but congratulations to Roadrunners. That's just a start of something big. You know, he's staying. He didn't want to take any of these jobs that were available, so that means they're just going to keep building. And so maybe they can get in this other conference and start getting some bigger bowls, and who knows where this thing's going to go. All right, let's go. What's the next thing?
Alamo Bowl. We got an
Alamo Bowl.
Here,
Hey, look at there.
Talking about a good matchup here. Oregon was in the Pac-12 championship. They lost over the weekend. They are now taking on the Sooners here. Oklahoma, of course, without Lincoln Riley, but Bob Stoops is going to be taking over. I believe this is one of the last times that Oklahoma played at the Dome. This was a long time ago when they played Missouri in the Big 12 championship.
The Alamo Bowl always comes through with a classic game, and it's always the top-rated game on ESPN. So think about this one this year. This is going to be good. This is going to be some fun. So folks from Oregon, come on down. We know the Oklahoma folks love San Antonio, so they'll be down. Because, the Riverwalk will be packed.
Yeah, there we go. A little Ducks versus Sooners action.
All right, 8 a.m. going to a bowl game? Where are they going?
Jacksonville.
That's Florida, right? Yeah. A little hot in Florida in January.
So A&M now taking on Wake Forest here in the Gator Bowl, right?
Okay,
yes,
Gator Bowl.
There was some controversy here over the weekend because Wake Forest played Pitt in the ACC.
Okay, this is the Pitt quarterback. Watch what he does. Quarterback usually goes down right about down. No, pulls a quick one. That's a fake. And that should have been called back. The flag should have been thrown for him faking that deal. He should be down. The umpire should have said, the referee should have said, you're down, because he fakes the slide like he's going down. It freezes the defense, and then he takes off. What kind of garbage is that? Now, you can't allow that in the NCAA. They're going to fix that rule and change it anytime you even think about sliding.
I don't know if they're going to fix it.
They need to fix that because, the next time go out and light that kid up, and he won't do that again.
Play to the whistle. Play to the whistle.
Play to the whistle. Light him up.
David.
Light him up if he's going to do that. Look at him celebrating his award. Yeah, okay.
He has practiced.
Light that dude up. He won't come back on the field and do that again.
This is who A&M's playing, though. Wake Forest. They were the loser of this game, so now A&M, the Aggies, they're headed to Jacksonville to take on the Demon Deacons.
All right, let's change everything. Hey, by the way, Texans lost yesterday. We're not going to show that. Let's go to, what is this?
Hey, here's the Texans play. Oh, there you go. Touchdown.
Watch Pop on the sideline going, oh, my. Yeah. We couldn't show the next part of Pop because it was not it wasn't kid-friendly. He was a little upset with that three.
Spurs were up big in this game, ended up letting Steph Curry hit his usual barrage of three-pointers. Golden State came back, but the Spurs pull out a big win.
Derek White hit that big bucket, and then DeJounte Murray drove. You've been on Derek White.
I have been on Derek White. I've said Derek White is one of the most important players on this team. If he plays well, the Spurs usually play well.
2 out of the last 3 games, he's come through big time, mid-20s in scoring.
25.
Looks like he's finding his rhythm. Yeah. And the Spurs, 2 out of 3 on this road trip. They beat Portland. Portland was on a 10-game home winning streak. They beat Golden State, the best team in the West. They just came off a win over Phoenix. So they're beating the top teams in the West is what they have to do. And tonight, they get another one. They get Phoenix tonight.
There you go.
Man, how about
this?
That'd
be amazing. If they could win this game tonight, I mean, they've already done some pretty good stuff, but if they could win this game tonight, I mean, what a road trip. That'd be 5 straight games. 5 straight games. 4 right now, 5 straight going for tonight.
Yeah.
Plus, those Fiesta jerseys look great. I mean, I'm starting to really feel those Fiesta jerseys.
They just wear those all the time. They keep winning in those things.
Yeah, they can wear them all the time.
So, all right, you guys all right over there?
We're good. That was quite a ride.
Congrats, Stephanie.
Yeah.
On that half marathon.
Oh,
that was awesome.
thank you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's part of the sports weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah. How'd you do, Mark?
I didn't participate.
This year. Not this year.
There in
I'm a 48-minute mile guy, so that's not going to happen. Yeah. All right, guys, thank you very much.
I understand that.
9:28, about 67 degrees.
And coming up next, how local health officials are working to stay ahead of the Omicron COVID variant.
Just about 9:32 with the Omicron variant now confirmed here in the U.S. Some hospital systems here in Texas have began ramping up efforts to sequence the strains of the virus that are active in local communities, including right here in San Antonio.
University Health has started sending off positive COVID samples to UT Health for sequencing. And digital journalist Ferris Savali joins us now. Good morning, Ferris.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
We're good. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Ferris, how is University Health on the front line searching for the Omicron variant?
Well, Stephanie, so University Health and their clinics all across San Antonio, they process something like 3,000 COVID-19 tests a week. And what they've been doing since March is taking some of those positive samples and sending them off to get sequenced. And what that means is that, you know, when you and I go and take a COVID test, we're just looking to see if we have COVID or if we don't. But those tests don't really give us accurate information as to what strand of COVID that we may be dealing with. So some of those positive tests are sent off for what's called sequencing, where they're able to, really probe the DNA of the virus to find out if this is just the standard case of COVID. Could it be perhaps the Delta variant or the Omicron variant? So University Health has been doing this since March of this year. They've already processed something like 1,300 tests that have already been sequenced. And thankfully, so far, the Omicron variant is not here in Bexar County, according to their sequencing at least. And the primary variant still circulating right now is Delta. So that's what we know from University Health sequencing. And it's just, again, a great way for us to learn a little bit more about the virus's progress in Bexar County.
What's being done to expand sequencing statewide?
Yeah, Mark. So actually in November, Texas DSHS, the state health department, struck up an agreement with a few universities to really expand sequencing to help, both state labs, some of our city labs like Metro Health who conduct tests and things like that. They're looking to expand sequencing on that statewide level. So they've recruited the help of a lot of universities around the state, and they're hoping that with more of this sequencing, we'll be able to better determine what kind of viruses are present in Bexar County.
All right, Ferris, and why is it so important to sequence positive COVID tests to find variants?
Yeah, well, health experts tell us that it's so important to know what types of variants are present. One is that it can help us with our response and figuring out how to deal with it. Two is that, it's important to be monitoring those because there may be some other variant, not Omicron, that we're not aware of yet. And sequencing can help us figure that out. The sooner we can figure out if a variant is present, the more we'll be able to learn about it, the quicker we'll be able to learn more about it. And so, state health officials see the importance in it. That's why they've put so much resources in it lately. And I'd expect it to keep expanding up until we're really comfortable with this COVID pandemic. And I know we're still working through it. So it looks like it's going to be something health experts are focused on for quite a while.
KSAT digital journalist Ferris Savali. Thanks, Ferris.
Thank y'all.
Have a good week.
And taking a look outside with live cam. Still waiting for the cold front, I guess, in our area to come in.
It's through. Yeah. It's through. It's made its way through San Antonio now, but it's going to continue to push south and bring that cooler air, and it'll spill across the entire viewing area here within the next several hours. Looking at the radar, we are detecting some showers and a broken line of showers and a few storms working through with the front. You can actually kind of pick out where the front is, right? Just south of San Antonio there, where that line of rain is. And we're starting to see some actual thunderstorms up there around LaGrange. A little closer look here at San Antonio. Any rain that we were going to see has moved through, and it was really light. But some showers around Lavernia, and that'll work down towards Stockdale. Gonzales, seeing a downpour there just to the east of Gonzales. And then looking a little bit further east, nice little broken line out ahead of the line near Cuero. And places like Hallettsville, Shiner, you're going to be in for some rain here in the next couple of hours as this front progresses quickly off to the south and southeast. Here's a look at the time lapse here in San Antonio. We started off with a little bit of fog, kind of damp, and then once the front moves through, now we're actually seeing a few peaks of sun. 68 degrees at the airport, northerly winds at 17 miles per hour, and that temperature will continue to tumble behind this front. 54 right now in Bernie Stage, 53 Bandera, 51 right now in Kerrville. Kerrville fell off into the 40s and has rebounded just a little bit, recovered just a little bit into the 50s, but still a cool day nonetheless. And you can see there are 40s out around Rock Springs, Junction, 57 right now in Del Rio. Pollen count is in. Molds are high today. I'll caution you there, 1,020. We'll see what this front does for our pollen count coming up tomorrow. Forecast, I think we probably stay in the upper 50s, maybe some low 60s here around San Antonio throughout the rest of the afternoon. There will be some peaks of sun there. Northerly winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. This weekend, thousands of runners filled the downtown area, excited to once again participate in the Rock and Roll Marathon.
Jonathan Cotto was covering the event all weekend, and he got to hear some amazing stories from those participating. And as he reports, even those who didn't win still had reasons to run with pride.
On your mark, get set. Let's go! A weekend of running, rocking, and rolling filled the streets for the Rock and Roll Series. Back after the race became a COVID casualty last year. The marathon winners, San Antonian Colin Mars for the men and Ilde Gal from North Carolina for the woman. For every runner, a story and an experience. This rock and roll veteran says just a few years ago he weighed over 400 pounds and adds it was a near-death experience that changed his life.
And I have never run an event like this before. You know what I mean? I couldn't even go around the block in 2015. So now, 6 years later, we've gotten better, have overcome the heart attack, so did 14 half marathons.
Runner Alex Daniels finished first in Saturday's 5K, and he says taking the victory is a blessing after he suffered a collapsed lung just last year.
I had to spend about 3 weeks in the hospital, and it was then that I decided, I'm going to come back home, just shut it down for a little bit, try to recover. And, out of nowhere, running just seemed to come back to me. I gradually got back in shape, and, here I am. I'm winning the Rock and Roll 5K with the winning time, so.
Jonathan Cotto reporting.
That's right. And it was a pretty humid day out there, so hats off to all the runners doing the half and doing the full marathon, keeping up that pace the whole time.
Steph finished the half marathon. What was your time?
2 hours, 5 minutes.
2 hours, 5 minutes. That's impressive.
Oh, well, thank you, Mark.
Yes. Now, I know it was not ideal for December. You'd prefer to be cooler running weather. Like if they'd held it like later today or tomorrow.
I know. It kind of happens that way. I want to say 2 years ago, it was kind of the same thing. We had a humid day, and then the very next day, the cold front came in. So,
yep.
Okay.
Well, we're going to talk to Justin because the front is here right now. This morning on KSAT.com, though, you don't have to go very far to see the best holiday lights in the entire state of Texas. Plus, more free, fun stuff for the kids to do this month.
Plus a heartwarming viral tradition now becoming a Netflix movie, and a local cat reunited with its owner after 6 years away.
6 years.
A long time. RJ Marcus joining us.
Yeah, and this cat's got an amazing name. So amazing to me, at least. Yeah, we'll let you guys, we'll see your thoughts. It's pretty interesting, very unique name for sure. So let's start here with this Christmas light stuff. If you guys are looking, anyone out there, for the best place to see holiday lights in all of Texas, look no further than right here at home. Yelp ranked the best places to see Christmas lights in the state, and the Riverwalk actually topped the list. And it's not just the Riverwalk. The Pearl ranked second, and the Alamo actually ranked fourth. So this is pretty impressive stuff. The Riverwalk lights made an early return this year after city officials wanted to kickstart some holiday cheer. Some other spots on the list, just within a good old driving distance: the Old West Christmas Light Fest in Bernie. Never been out there, so always heard some good things about it. Elf Acres and Santa's Ranch in New Braunfels, and of course the Windcrest Light Up. So Yelp created its list based on local flavor, festivals, and landmarks, and of course historical buildings.
We're not surprised we're on the list, region, are we?
No, definitely not. And out of the 20, there's like 10 that are like within driving distance, even the one in San Marcos, and of course some spots in Austin too.
That's a merry little monopoly we have going right now.
Yes, we do.
I like that. Okay, guys, well, moving on here. If you or the kiddos are looking for something else to do during the holidays, the San Antonio Public Library is hosting several free in-person and online programs over the next few weeks to keep you busy. The library has several cool cookbooks and new recipes for children's books to entertain the kiddos during the holiday break. The library's Wall of Warmth initiative is also back, where it collects warm clothing items like socks, hats, and mittens to provide to those in need. And some other events. How about crafting classes? You can make mini snow globe necklaces and ornaments. And dreaded threads, this is pretty cool. Hogwarts, house scares, and wintertime embroidery. Wonder what that's all about. And a flurry of giant snowflakes. So check out the full list on our website, ksat.com. Okay, guys, moving on here. So I don't know if you guys heard about this, but this has become an annual tradition, went viral. This 6-year tradition between an Arizona grandmother and a teen who received an accidental text. Well, now this is getting the Netflix treatment. Yes, Netflix announced they will be turning the story of Wanda Dench and Jamal Hinton into a feature film. So check this out. The two met in 2016 when Dench texted a Thanksgiving invite to her grandson. Instead, she mistakenly texted 17-year-old Jamal Hinton, inviting him over for Thanksgiving. Well, Hinton let her know that, you know what, he was not her grandson, but Dench still invited him over for Thanksgiving dinner anyways. Hinton showed up and now has spent the past 6 Thanksgivings with Dench. Netflix says they're excited to turn a story about the family you choose into a movie, and they've been taking selfies every year to kind of mark the tradition. This is one of the coolest things that
It's so cool to see him, well, I mean, grow up.
Yes.
You know, I think he, you know, went with, you know, other family members like recently. So
Right,
it's pretty cool.
It was a made-for-TV movie right from the very get-go.
Absolutely. This might be a made-for-TV movie here, or at least for like the Animal Planet or something. But finally, a tall tale here. The adventures of a cat who has been reunited with her San Antonio family after missing for nearly 6 years. So the cat's name is Monkey Face. Yes. Monkey Face. Okay. Very interesting name there. I'm curious how that came about. But Monkey Face ran away from home years ago, but ended up in the care recently of the San Antonio Animal Care Services after someone reported her as a stray and appearing sick. So she got some medical care, and after ACS discovered that she had been microchipped and had been missing for quite some time, the search began for her owner. So her owner's previous address was out of date. However, the team didn't give up there at ACS, and after almost 2 weeks, they were able to get in touch with Monkey Face's family and arrange a reunion. Look at that right there. They posted these pictures on Facebook. Monkey Face's owner was beyond shocked when seeing her cat for the first time. The
cat looks shocked too.
Yeah, the cat does.
To be honest with you, I mean,
it really does.
Yeah. Weird. Yeah. So not Mittens, not Margie, Monkey Face.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
I'd really like to know the origins of that.
There's more to that
Behind
story,
that.
and then that could go straight to Netflix too.
That'll be the next one.
RJ, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. 9:44, about 67 degrees.
You're watching GMSA at 9, and we'll be right back. So millennials and some Generation Xers, get ready to relive your boy band days. Tonight, ABC will be airing its December special, A Very Boy Band Holiday. Stars from NSYNC, Boyz II Men, New Edition, 98 Degrees, and more are coming together for a night of unforgettable holiday music joy. It will air tonight at 7 right here on KSAT 12.
All right, already subtracting a few degrees from the thermometer at the airport. Here's Justin Horn with an update on our next front.
Subtracting a few degrees from 98 degrees.
Yeah, not what I was thinking, but I see where you're going with that.
I tried.
Yeah, we're in sync, aren't we?
Anyway, let's look at the temperatures around the state. 68 degrees here in San Antonio, but that temperature is falling. Last check, it's down to 66. That's just the hourly temperature, so in between, we're already starting to see those temperatures fall off a little bit more. 44 in San Angelo, 42 Abilene, 50 in Dallas. It's chilly up in the Texas Panhandle. This cool air is surging in behind this cold front. 51 Kerrville, 66 in Hondo. Front should be through Pleasanton soon, through Floresville soon. And then we'll work towards our southern counties by midday. The front will be through the entire area, and we'll all be looking at gusty winds. Temperatures here in San Antonio probably drop off into the 50s by next hour, or at least low 60s. And I think they probably level off through the afternoon, especially if we see a little bit of sun. But then they do fall back down into the 50s and eventually 40s by tomorrow morning. As far as the radar goes, we are picking up on some showers and even a few thunderstorms out there as this line moves through. This is a closer look at the Luling, Seguin, and Gonzales area. Seguin, you're behind the front now, but seeing some showers and pretty good downpours there right around Gonzales. And I'll zoom out some. You see around LaGrange up towards Brenham, seeing some thunderstorms. I think our eastern counties are going to get a little bit of rain out of this, but San Antonio points west, nothing. The rain is staying east of I-35. Time lapse kind of tells the story here. It was a muggy, foggy morning, and then the front comes through, and there we start to see some sun. 68 degrees again at the airport. Northerly winds at 17. and the wind gusts are really starting to pick up now. We've got gusts to 41 miles per hour in Del Rio. Very strong winds there, gusting to 32 in New Braunfels, and now gusting to 28 here in San Antonio, and that number will probably jump up a little bit more. I think wind gusts will be up around 30 miles per hour all day long, and then start to fall off a little bit tonight. We'll certainly see lighter winds by tomorrow morning. Bigger picture here. We are definitely on the tail end of things. This line of showers and storms along the front extends all the way up to the Great Lakes. There's some snow behind it, so a few snowflakes in Chicago over towards Detroit today. But this is going to be a big weather maker for the East Coast. Could cause some travel delays today as it moves east. And temperature-wise, this is some of the coldest air we've seen in a while here across the country. International Falls, the nation's icebox, -5 this morning. 4 in Bismarck, 22 in Omaha, and that cooler air is working its way down the plains. So our forecast calls for temperatures in, again, upper 50s today, windy, 43 by tomorrow morning, 65 tomorrow. I do think we could see a few sprinkles early tomorrow morning. A little disturbance rolls through. There's not much moisture to work with, but there could be a few sprinkles and then clearing by the afternoon. 77 on Wednesday, 83 Thursday. We'll get some morning fog and cloud cover both Thursday and Friday as humidity returns. 85 on Friday would tie a record high. So this is the roller coaster ride we're on this week. Cool today, up to near record highs on Friday. Then a frontal boundary brings a small chance for rain again Saturday morning and cools us right back down into the 60s. It'll be windy on Saturday too behind that front. 63 on Sunday, but the important number there, 37. That's what we have in the forecast right now for Sunday morning, guys.
Wow, that's crazy. I guess if we don't like the weather, it'll change the next day.
That's how we do it in December in South Texas.
We'll take it. Thank you, Justin.
No more boy band jokes?
Sorry, that's all I got. That's the end of the road.
Ah.
That's what I get for bringing it up. 9:51, about 65 degrees.
We'll be right back.
That's all I got. Happening tomorrow, Metro Health will be opening a pop-up clinic for those needing their COVID vaccine. It'll be Antioch Sports Complex on Eros Street, east side, over there from 10 to 1 p.m. Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson vaccines will be available. Also offer the Pfizer vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. Justin.
And that front has caused temperatures now to drop to 62 here in San Antonio, 40s and 50s in the hill country. It's going to be a chilly day. We're still watching some showers and storms also to the east of San Antonio. Those will continue to push south. 50s by this afternoon, does warm up some though, and we'll be back in the 80s by the end of the work week.
All right, about 19 days till Christmas, but today is St. Nicholas Day, a time to recognize the man believed behind the legend of Santa. December 6th, known as the Feast of St. Nicholas, is widely celebrated over in Europe.
St. Nicholas was born in Turkey in the year 270, a devout Christian who later became a bishop. He devoted his life serving the poor, the sick, and the suffering. Legend has it that he left gold in the shoes of girls who had no money for a dowry.
Over the years, that evolved into gifts in stockings, and St. Nick became associated with Christmas as Santa Claus and the holiday that we know and love. Feast of St. Nicholas.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, right? Some background.
And very timely. Christmas is almost here.
Yes, it is.
Have a great day.
Bye, guys.